Sravanamangalam Srimadatratam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Purida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss, showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life. It brings spiritual welfare in life. The spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace spreads through and through one who listens to your holy message. They are the real givers in the world who preach and pronounce the nectar of your message to the suffering humanity. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So, we are back to the reading of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and the Master is present in the Ram's house, and it is Saturday, May 23, 1885. And here, Sri Ramakrishna was talking about two types of Maya, Vidya Maya and Avidya Maya. And then, now, he speaks here of the Vijnana, state of Vijnana. What is that? Sri Ramakrishna said the last time that one should use the thorn of knowledge to pull out an ignorance and attain Vijnana. And he himself says, what is Vijnana? Vijnana is to know God distinctly by realizing His existence through an intuitive experience and speak to Him intimately. That is why Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, go beyond the three gunas. So, Sri Ramakrishna is giving a concrete idea of the state of Vijnana. Ajnana, Jnana, Vijnana. Three states. Ajnana is the state in which we are, in which we see everything material, and it is under the spell of Avidya Maya. And now when knowledge dawns, it is following the Vidya Maya process. It takes to knowledge. Knowledge is not direct knowledge, then it is called the Bhaya. Bhaya, your body, mind, still there, but purified mind. Still there is mind. But there is a stage where this stage is overcome. That is the state of Vijnana, when the last trace of this separation is abolished. That is Vijnana. So, Sri Ramakrishna said that we have Ajnana. It's like a thorn which has pricked in the feet. You take another thorn, the thorn of knowledge, and pick them up both. Then you are free from the thorn. And then what will you do with this thorn? You go beyond these two thorns, which has helped you to release this suffering, and which was creating pain. Beyond the two thorns, throw away, and you relax your life. Normally people do that. If something has pricked in the feet, they normally try to pick it out, and they don't care about when it comes out, the two thorns which helped you. You don't go and thank, oh thorn, you have helped me so much, thank you, thank you. You don't care for that and throw away, because you go back to your own self. So here also, our real self, the pure self, Satchidananda self, is attained when this Ajnana thorn is taken out by the thorn of knowledge. So then one throws away both thorns, knowledge and ignorance, and then attains a stage we call God realization, we call Brahma Jnana. Ramakrishna here mentions it's called the state of Vijnana. What is Vijnana? In the own language of Ramakrishna, it is to know God distinctly so intimately. In every pore of the body, you experience God. It is not only intellectually, or not only emotionally, or just intuitive knowledge. No. No intuition. It is the truth, and this person who is experiencing, though the personality is gone, that experience, intense, distinct experience remains. His existence through the experience, and to speak to him intimately. That's why Sri Ramakrishna said, I have seen God and I can show you God. I talk to him, I see him more intimately than I see you. I see you through my eyes. If by defect of my eyes, I will not see properly what you are. Defect of my mind, so I will project some misconception upon you. If the defect of the intellect, understanding, wrong understanding, superimposition will happen. But when they are all pure, then see the truth, true and true. It is like a jar made of clay is put into the ocean. The water is inside, water is outside, and water penetrates into the body of the, what you call, the earthen jar. So it is everywhere, it experiences the ocean water, not limited by anywhere. It is inside, it is outside, it is in every pore of the body, even the thick layer of the pot. It is penetrated everywhere. So that type of experience, it is no more a speculation, no more that one time I saw it and it goes away, but it is a constant experience of that oneness. That is why Sri Krishna said to Arjuna that you go beyond the three gunas, because in these three gunas is the world, and you go beyond the three gunas to reach that state of vijnana. That is in order, so today page 781, in order to attain vijnana, one has to accept the help of Vidyamaya. How will you climb that roof? You need some stairs. So what is the stair for reaching that vijnana state? That means seeing God everywhere, experiencing God intensely. What? That's Ramakrishna said, only Vidyamaya can help us. Avidyamaya drowns us into ignorance. Vidyamaya releases us from all bondage. Vidyamaya includes, what is Vidyamaya? It is not that some person will come in your life and do everything. It is a subtle way. What is Vidyamaya? Vidyamaya, according to Ramakrishna, it is discrimination. That means your mind will be tuned to analysis, analyzing the permanent, impermanent, and the absolute truth. So that should be, as you generate that spirit in you, you think that you are getting into the grace of Vidyamaya. Avidyamaya, your all knowledge, wisdom, everything is getting covered, and it is leading you to the world and worldliness. That is the sign that you are being overcome by avidyamaya, or you are empowered by vidyamaya. So, vidyamaya includes discrimination. That is to say, what is that discrimination? God is real and the world is illusory. And dispassion. And also chanting God's name and glories. So, first of all, it says discrimination, analyze. Analyzing is not enough. Many things can be analyzed. We know that this food is not good for me, it will make diabetes for me. And you can analyze. That does not make any difference. Dispassion should come there. That means I don't care for that because it is injuring my health, injuring my spiritual health. I don't entertain that. So that's the second stage should be under Vidyamaya. So Viveka, discrimination, whether which is permanent, which is impermanent. Second point, what is impermanent, if I know to shun that, to give up that, to detach from that. That is Vidyamaya. So you know that your Vidyamaya is helping you, and Mother is helping you. In you, these two things are happening. You are always analyzing, will it lead me to God or will it drown me into the world? After that, tendency will be go towards which will release me, not towards what will bind me. See, very beautiful idea. How to know that Mother's grace is working on us in spiritual life. These signs will be there. And who will understand it? You are the person who will understand more. From outside, we can make show of things. But you are the central same person who know that where is the analysis is coming. And after analysis, if I know that is not for my spiritual growth, I am shunning that. So that should be Mother's grace or Vidyamaya's grace. Ramakrishna continues also. What is Vidyamaya's grace? Another is that you also God's name and glories you chant. You will be able to, your mind will be fascinated to chant the name of the Lord. Repeat the name of the Lord. Rather than chattering about who has done what and what is going on in whose home. It's called a market, fish market stories. Gossip. Rather, you have not much time. You engage, that's Vidyamaya. If you do, you are Avidyamaya. So, very careful. So, if you want to gaze of the Vidyamaya, then we will have to take this, I think these few points, we can make a talk on this point. According to Ramakrishna, what is Vijnana? Dispassion, first will come discrimination, then will come dispassion along with that, and then how you can give up unless you keep your mind engaged in God's glories. Think of God, repeat the name of the Lord. We are talking about a sincere seeker who is climbing the roof of Vijnana. Vijnana is the highest state. Meditation. So if you think that a person is, I am under Vidyamaya, but you don't like to think of God, sit for meditation. You see your meditation time is reducing, and you are engaging into other things. You know, it's not Vidyamaya's action, it is Avidyamaya's influence. Of course, you are so advanced, every work you can do as God's worship, then it's different. There are people who can do things that meditation and doing anything is same. For that advanced soul we are not talking about. We are talking about our level. How will we feel that it is the grace of Mother or Vidyamaya is kind upon me and how it is influencing me? Then that person will like to contemplate on more, meditation. Then the company of the holy persons. You will feel fascinated to go to the holy people, ask spiritual questions, can benefit by their life, by their teachings, by their presence. it is increasing, yes, then you know. Sometimes it is not this, only as I say, holy company does not mean holy man, but holy books. You read certain books, uplifting books, you are fascinated to do that. It is increasing, Vidyamaya's grace is coming. Avidyamaya's grace, you will go chit-chat, you read, so many books are there to read. What is not there in the world? Science fiction, arts, literature, this, that. But yes, that is good for worldly wisdom. But natu muktaye, tadvad bhuktat nacha muktaye, Shankara says. So those are for entertainment of your buddhi, fun for your buddhi. But it will not, natu muktaye. Hetu bhuta sanatani. Savidya, that is the vidya. Hetu bhuta is the cause of reaching that paramavidya. So that should be kept into the mind. That are we progressing that way? That is Vidyamaya. And by Vidyamaya's grace, that's why called Maya should open the door for us. If the mother does not open the door, you cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven or in the kingdom of Brahman. Because here is the Maya standing in both forms. One the avidya, another is the vidya. But those who are happy with avidya, mother says, okay, you people play, stay, go. And those who restlessly try to know this is illusory, this is it is not permanent, so I should go for God, you and you. You turn your attitude, then it will be the positive thing, Vidyamaya's action. So that will give one to that these few points, discrimination, then discrimination along with dispassion. Dispassion, how the dispassion will be strong? By chanting the name of God, mind becoming connected with God, and then deepening it by meditation. You are meditating, deeply thinking about God, repeating the name. That's why our scripture also says, what? Tad japa tadartha bhavanam. We do either japa, tongue going on. That's called japa. That's good, very good. Those who don't do and those who are doing, Maya is taking out the veil and helping to Vidya. But that's not enough. Person should have to meditate. Tad japa, you do japa, and tad artha bhavanam. Think about the meaning of the mantra. What mantra you are chanting? And meaning is Satchidananda. Meaning is the absolute one. Think of the meaning, japa and meaning. Do side by side. Your instruction, your Guru has given both ideas. What is Ramakrishna? That is the Ramakrishna. Or that is your Ishta Devata. So think of that. That's why the meditation, names and glories and meditation, and the company of the holy persons. This is very important, to keep always the holy company. Unholy company pollutes the mind. Holy company purifies the mind. Holy company by book form, by sadhu form, by the form of pilgrimage, by the form of the temple. This is holy company. When you come over here, say, suppose we go to a movie hall. We don't go there to meditate, no? But when you come to the temple, what your mind tells? I'll meditate, I'll pray. Is it not? That environment itself suggests something in your mind. Therefore, this company of the holy person means where holy thought will arise in your mind. So it may be temple, as I said, it may be in a place of pilgrimage, it may be holy man, it may be holy book, holy text, even holy Ganga water. You sprinkle, you think that you are becoming holy. What is the difference? So much water is there. Open the faucet, water is there. Why you feel sprinkling little Ganga water? Feel, oh, I've touched the holy Ganga. Because this is connected with holiness. So this is idea to be, always to bring the idea of purity. I am purer and becoming purer and becoming purer. And that's why, and if all these and the prayers, your heart will be seeking for God and failing every time, then you will be much more prayerful, much more humble, much more surrendering. That is the sign that you are moving towards Vidya Maya. And that is, you are leading to Vijnana state of Vijnana. That is why you see, Vidya Maya may be likened to the last step before the roof. You want to climb in your spiritual flight. That is the last step. And if you just cross that step, then you are in the infinite glory of the Atman, Satchidananda, and you drown there. So that is very uniquely Sri Ramakrishna has depicted the Roop. What is the Roop? Roop, the realization of God, God realization we call. Worldly people are in a state of chronic intoxication. Don't think you are all worldly, those who are in the samsara. Worldly people means they don't think of anything but money and all the fun and enjoyment and making money right or wrong way, thinking day and night of negative things. They are worldly. But we are all worldly because we belong to the world. No. Worldly will be that who are fascinated, those who don't want to come out. Thakur's example, there are fish, Baddhajeev, then another is Baddhajeev, Mumuksu and Mukta. Baddhajeev is who? Being in the world, the example of the casting the net. Some fish, Ramakrishna said, that they are very happy as the net comes. As they think with the net touching their body, they say, I am protected, I am protected. And they go down with the net into the mud. And entering into the mud, think, I am very protected. Another type of fish is there. As soon as the net is cast, they want to get out, but could not, but trying. And third category is there, as soon as the net is going to touch the water level, they jumped and get out. They are called mukta, liberated. So these three types, now fourth type is there, I forgot, anyhow. So three types of jiva, and at least this is, one is baddha, that is mumukshu, another is mumukshu means those who are trying to get the liberation, effort, if they are making some effort. Some of them succeed and some cannot. So, Nitya-mukta, ever free. They never get caught into the trap at all. They are so free by their own intuitive experience. They don't get into the attachment of this world and worldliness. So worldly people means those who are stuck to the world. You talk to them about God, they will not like you. They will avoid to talk to you. Think about your friends. When you are college days, in your school days, how many friends were there? When you are bent towards God, many friends left you. They don't like you anymore because you don't talk to them. They are good friends, but you talk to them about, you don't release their discussion, they don't like your discussion. That they are called the worldly people. They have no interest in it. If you say, they get irritated. Why? Say Ramakrishna's example. Calcutta people have come to visit Ramakrishna and some friends, along with the friends. And Sri Ramakrishna giving this type of discussion in person. And that friend cannot stay there. He's so restless. He says, hey, how long you will listen to this God, 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 God? Huh? Then he says, sit down a little bit, let us listen. We'll go a little. And then again he's pushing his elbow. And then afterwards, he said, okay, you stay. I'm going out to have a fresh air. This is called the worldly people. In your life, you know many of your friends who have become no more friends because you are leaning toward. And I used to listen to going for the Gita class different places. They used to say their friends are abandoning them because, oh, you have become too much spiritual. You go to Gita class and this age, and now you have become spiritual. As if it's a bad thing to go to Gita class, but go to the club, night party, that is good. Dancing is very good. Little drinking, dancing, that's good. A little drug is also good. No. So this is the opposite idea. They are called the worldly people. So don't feel disheartened if someone tells that you are worldly. We are not worldly. We are mumukshu. We know this is not our place, but we are here. We have to live here. At the same time, I want to get out of it. But the worldly people are in a state of chronic intoxication. Chronic intoxication means their intoxication never leaves them. Sometimes intoxication comes and it goes away. If someone drinks little measured quantity, one may be intoxicated for some length of time, but the intoxication will go away. But these people is chronic. It is not going to leave that intoxication of lust and greed. So this is madman, and they are mad with lust and gold. So that is the chronic disease. Gold, 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 money, 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 money. Huh? And to fulfill the senses, endless effort. Stealing people's money, chasing after something which is improper, killing people, torturing people. No? This is the avidya maya. They are insensible to spiritual ideas. This is the worldly people. That is why I love the youngsters, not yet stained by lust and gold. Why? They are good receptacles and may become useful in God's work. But as for the worldly people, you lose almost everything while trying to eliminate the worthless stuff in them. I know as a student, as a teacher, you can see a student who is habate. Habate. In Bengali they call habate. That means so idiot. He has no sense of studying and not interested at all. And you exert your whole energy to teach him something. What will happen? All your effort will be like bhasme ghee dhala. You pour the buttermilk, clarified buttermilk, where? It is bhasmo. It is all ashes. There is no fire in it. The fire of receiving something, that is gone. And you give the best quality clarified buttermilk ghee, that it is worthless like that. That's why Ramakrishna gave another example. There are different types of wood you can find. You cut the branch and just a freshly cut branch of a tree and put it in the fire. Your fire will be extinguished. There's so much water inside, you put over it, then it stops the fire itself. We have little fire of godliness, little fire of meditation, little fire of japa. And if that type of wood is put, boom, gone. What to put? You put a dry piece of log or wood. That fire will catch it and invigorate it. So you go to holy company. Go not to the worldly people. Worldly people will suck your spirituality. They will criticize you, even they will take away your good feelings. So it is said, their Abhidhamma has action. That's why Ramakrishna said, I love the youngsters. Because there is a fire. And become useful, they may be useful in. That's why you see all the Ramakrishna's children who came to him, young people, they become world movers, no? Brahmananda, Vivekananda, Shivananda, Sarvadevananda, Abhedananda, whoever you see, in their own way, they've changed the life of so many people. Latu Maharaj is not a very highly educated person, but how many lives he transformed by his own living. So that's the power of spirituality. That's why Sri Ramakrishna said, I love them, because there is I put something ghee there, the ghee will catch fire and it will be bigger in flame and strength. But as for the worldly people, you lose almost everything while trying to eliminate the worthless stuff in them. You tell them it will go in one way and get out in another way. Or they, not only that, you say this is the meaning, they will make the opposite meaning this way. Kubuddhi. You say something and he will interpret, because he has the brain, he will interpret it in a negative way. All the Naiyiks are like that. All the Shastras, our scriptures, when we read the Ishopanishad, Kathopanishad, etc., there are commentaries. What are the commentaries? There are other opponents, those who don't believe what Sankara is saying. So they will argue with them. And Sankara's argument was very strong, that's why he succeeded. But for suppose someone challenges you with some quotation from there, we do not know. We cannot face the challenge. We accept the defeat. So your spiritual defeat. So it is said almost what Sri Ramakrishna says, trying to eliminate, but you cannot. The worthless stuff in them, you cannot eliminate. They are like bony fish, almost all bones and very little meat. Or you can give the example, amra. Amra mane? Amra atiya chamra. Khele hoy amlo sul. Ramakrishna said. Amra you don't have in, maybe in South India. Amra is Bengal, we have. One type of seed where you will find that is mostly, it is only roughage. And skin is very thin. It looks very nice. But if you eat, then it will create your acidity and gas. So this looks good, but entire thing is full with roughage. And only this little flesh is there. That also you eat, it will create your body's aches and pains. That is the atiyar chamra. That is the nature of acid. So worldly, they are like bony fish, and they have given the bony fish. You have no idea, you have not tasted bony fish. They are bony fish. It goes, you have to know how to eat the bony fish. Their flesh will be less, but bone is more and more. So, though they are delicious, but very difficult. You have to do much harm, much effort to enjoy a little bit. That is the world. Worldly people are like mangoes stuck by hail. Is another example. Those who are fresh mangoes, beautiful, but when the hailstorm comes and it destroys the mangoes. So it is like spotted mangoes. If you want to offer them to God, you have to purify them by sprinkling them with Ganges water. That means you have to make it pure. That means you have to improve their character. Even then, they are seldom used in the temple worship. That's why spotted flower, spotted fruits in real worship are very meticulous. That's why you see our sisters, nuns, they do the puja. Baba, one flower, one leaf, something is there. It's spotted. It cannot be given to God. Meaning good. It is God is to be given what is all perfect. Any fruit, if it is spotted somewhere, if it is pecked by some bird, you cannot give. But even with hailstorm or something, it is spotted, don't give it. Give it fresh, beautiful. That means give your heart beautiful. We cannot give the heart. So we go on selecting the flowers and bell leaves. That should be spotless. Bell leaf should be like this. There's a grass, it should be like that. Everything spotless. Are Baba, first give your heart spotless. It's too difficult to do that. So we get engaged into flowers and sometimes we throw away tons of flowers because they are spotted. That cannot be given to God. But what about here? That is the point. That cannot be offered to God for genuine worship. If you use them at all, you have to apply Brahma Jnana. That is to say, you have to persuade yourself that it is God alone who has become everything. So God is also in the form of flower. I am offering this flower to God. God is here, God is there. So what is imperfect or perfect? It's all God's thing I am offering to God. So that you can keep that attitude. A theosophist gentleman then arrived with Ashwini Kumar Datta and the son of Bihari Bahaduri. The Mukherjee brothers entered the room and saluted Sri Ramakrishna. Arrangements were being made for devotional music in the courtyard. At the first beat of the drum of the Brahm, the master left the room and went there. The devotees followed him. So now there's Ram's house after this short discussion with Sri Ramakrishna, and then the music festivity. Always Ramakrishna used to go, that was the standard. He will go and sit and the devotees will gather, then there will be music party. After some time speaking, then he will ask the musician to sing and so he will also go and sing and dance, and in between he will again start talking. So that is the style Ramakrishna. So he finished this talk halfway and then went to the music place where the big festive pandal has been created, and some devotees, some gentlemen came over there. Bhavadat introduced that Mr. Ashwini to the master. Master introduced him to him. Ashwini and him are talking together when Narendra arrived. Sri Ramakrishna said to Ashwini, "This is Narendra." That means he pointed out to. So that's the end of the reading of that day. Ram's house. So he got very important teaching here. Ajnana, Jnana, Vijnana, three state. And Ajnana state is Avidya Maya. And this is the going towards Vidya Maya. Vidya Maya can give you Gyan, knowledge, but not the vision experience. Intellectual Gyan, that's the highest, as much as, see, you have to step by step, no? Heart, the emotional side. Then here you are going towards the knowledge side, here you come knowledge, Agga Chakra they call. Then you go up, then is the Vijnana state. Vijnana state is the state of absorption, and when you come out, you live in that consciousness. Vijnana state does not mean that one will be always in samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna was in the big Jnana state. When he used to go to Samadhi and come down and live in that state of mind where he sees God everywhere, inside, outside, and in everywhere. And here we got the instruction that if one wants to get the grace of Vidyamaya, that includes some few points. One, discrimination, and then discrimination will not do, along with dispassion, to power to reject. Third, how to attain this, chant the name of God. And then meditation, 4. Then company of the holy, 5. Then prayer. This is the 6 points has been mentioned here as Sri Ramakrishna. This will help to Vidyamaya. Maybe this is you can help to go to the highest step. And when you the last step to reach the roof, this step you leave, then you are in the roof. All duality you cross, infinite sky of infinite knowledge is there. Now, this is now another entry, because some few moments are here. I do not know if you have any question. Get ready for the question afterwards. Acha. So I'll be another 5 minutes or so, read something of the next days, and then we can attend to the questions. 5-10 minutes. Yeah. So Saturday, June 13, 1885. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Sri Ramakrishna was resting in his room after the midday meal. And a Pandit was sitting on a mat on the floor. Near the north door of the room stood a Brahmin woman who had recently lost her only daughter and was stricken with grief. Kishori, too, was in the room. The M arrived and then saluted the master. He was accompanied by Dijwa and a few other devotees. So giving an example, Sri Ramakrishna, imagine, he had his lunch, and after lunch, he was lying down in his bed. He has no privacy. How much privacy we want? My room, my door, closed, open. Sri Ramakrishna is there. Already in his room, who is there? Resting means he is lying down a little bit. And a Pandit is sitting in the floor in his room, and on a mat. And near the north door room, another Brahmin woman, she has lost her son, very much in bereavement. She is standing over there. And was Kishori, he was also sitting near the Pandit. M arrived, and then he saluted, and along with M, Dijo, the young boy, and some other devotee joined. Could you imagine that? Can you live like that? Your privacy is nothing. How do you know when he is to sleep? How can you wake up? All the time people, all the door open. And diverse types of people. Not all are respectful. Not that all are absorbed in God intoxication. Some for curiosity, they come to finish their curiosity. Some is coming just for knowing little bit or see a Paramahamsa. And Sri Ramakrishna is that bare body with one cloth, lying down, sitting, dancing, working. Hey, what is this? It is personal room. That is the room to sit. That is the room to sleep. That is the room to office, meeting people. That is the room to singing, dancing. Dance, dance, dance. That is the same room. And all types of people are entering. He's saying, no, hey, you cannot come now. I am privately talking with this person. No, private. See, that is the God can do only. We cannot think of that. Suppose your bedroom is open day and night. Day and night, a whole day he does not know to lock. So our Sahananda Swami was there. Why do you close the door? So he used to keep open. So that means they are little free. They don't want that it is the private. I do not know. We live in a society where we are gentlemen. We will have to have some protocol, no? But Ramakrishna does not need any appointment. That's also another good idea, you can get it. While he was in this life, he does not need you to go to meet him, no appointment. Anyone coming any time. So in the morning, in the evening, at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, 2 o'clock, he is getting to eat. He is eating in that room. And people are sitting there. How can you do that? So, what do you do? As if it is impossible to think for ourselves to do a little bit of that. That's God can do. Sri Ramakrishna was not well. He had been suffering from an inflamed throat. There were the hot days of summer. Emma was not keeping well either, and of late he had not been able to visit Ramakrishna frequently. Master, to him, how are you? It is nice to see you. The bale fruit you sent me was very good. M said, I am slightly better now, sir. Then a Master Sri Ramakrishna says, it is very hot. Take a little ice now and then. I have been feeling the heat very much myself, so I ate a great deal of ice cream. That is why I have this sore throat. The saliva smells very bad. So he is talking about the health problem. Master is also suffering, so he is also suffering. So he is saying, this is my condition. But this is June 13, 1885. 86 is coming, June. Sri Ramakrishna passed away. And he thought he ate ice cream. That caused his throat sore. As you think, no, you eat something cool, that's why your voice gets. That there is no concept of cancer or anything that time, but that is the first symptoms. Sri Ramakrishna said, I have said to the Divine Mother, Mother, make me well. I shall not eat ice cream anymore. Like a child, no? Oh mother, I shall not eat ice cream anymore. Next I said to her that I would not eat ice either, because ice is making cold and ice cream has done this. So I am going to not to eat ice, neither ice cream. So we should give up ice cream then. And because it is a hot summer, so little ice with the water is good. Since I have given my word to mother, I shall certainly not eat these things. But sometimes I become forgetful, like a child says something and forgets. That is the Brahmogyanis. They behave like that. Once I said that I would not eat fish on Sundays. But one Sunday I forgot and I ate fish. But I cannot consciously go back on my word. Unconsciously it may have happened. The other day I asked a devotee to bring my water jug to the pine grove. As he had to go elsewhere, another man brought the jug, but I could not use the water. I was helpless. I waited there until the first man brought water for me. It is called Satte Pratisthita. Those who are established in truth, they cannot make a false step. He said that you are to bring, you are to bring. Someone brings, it will not happen. He cannot take that. So much So much purity, so much, because word, your thought, word and deed should be in the same plane, in the same level. So Sri Ramakrishna used to think the same way. So if he says, you do this for me, and I go to bring that, it will not be accepted. He cannot touch it, because he is untruth, because he has said something and he is doing something. If minor, very minute thing, nothing. You give me a glass of water. So if I say that you, suppose I say you to give, and if someone gives, Ramakrishna could not take. For to ask, what is the matter? I want a glass of water, someone is giving. No, because it will be untruth, what he said, and that is violating his truthfulness. When I renounced everything with an offering of flower to the lotus feet of the mother, I said, here, mother, take thy holiness, take thy unholiness. Here, mother, take thy dharma, take thy adharma. Here, mother, take thy sin, take thy virtue. Here, mother, take thy good, take thy evil. And give me only pure bhakti. That is the prayer. One prayer is good prayer. But I could not say, here, mother, take my truth, take the falsehood. I cannot give that. That means, if we give away the truth, then God is truth. So where will you stand then? If you give up the truth, satya, satyasya satyam, Brahman is called satyasya satyam, is the truth of the truth. A relative truth, it is the essence of that truth. So that is called ultimate truth, satya. So if we want to reach that ultimate truth, how can we behave which is false? So it is contradictory. A devotee had brought some ice. Again and again the master asked him, shall I eat it? M said humbly, please don't eat, without consulting the Divine Mother. Sri Ramakrishna could not take that ice, because just he said, Mother, I will not take ice anymore, I will not take ice cream. And somebody bought ice for him, the hot summer, thinking that Sri Ramakrishna will enjoy it. But he could not take it. So we can end here. If there is some question, I will go to the question and I end it. Om Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhita Vigraham Vai Ishavatarang Parame Samidyam Tang Ramakrishnam Shirasha Namama. SB, I do not know who is SB. Is it true that we have done something good to be on the spiritual path and will continue until we get liberated? Of course, yes. We have done something good. Question is it true that we have done something good, something very good, to be on the spiritual path? Many are not. Is it that we did something good karma? Of course you did some good karma. Otherwise, why will you do? See, all these available nowadays, previously, people used to complain, I cannot come driving, the road is jammed, and the traffic is so heavy, after a whole day's work, how can I come? Now you have to go nothing. You be in your room, and just to click your computer, and you are not to go anywhere. Even you can munch your food and then listen to the nice talks. But how many people are doing that? Is it not a good karma that you are inclined to do that? Really, we should feel blessed that at least God is blessing us, that we have the tendency to join in this, not for discussion. I am not talking that you join this gospel class. I am talking about any spiritual thing you are inclined. So that inclination has come because of your good karma. And that bad karma, they don't get it. It's natural. Every karma creates an direction, creates a direction in our life, which direction to go. So, yes, I agree with you that it is true that we have done something good to be on the spiritual path. And we may forget God, but we have really, by God's grace, God has given us the idea to do something good. That's why our tendency has brought us to this type of leading this type of life, listening to this type of discussion, going to some holy people, going to some holy places, read some austere books, exemplary books, or sing and chant the name of glories of God. So really, this is fortunate, that we are fortunate. And we will have to continue until we get liberated. Perfect. We will have to make that effort continue. That yes, we will follow by God's grace. God will help us sometime and we will reach there. How does one know if they are advancing in the spiritual path? Without getting in spiritual experience, how to keep oneself inspired? Today we got the response from the gospel. Only vision, light. Some deity came before me with passing light. I saw the light, beam of light. That is only not the sign of your spiritual growth. We read today. Again, let us go back to the reading today. What he said, when you are under the spell of Vidyamaya, then what will come? Viveka, analysis, what is false, what is permanent. That sense internally will think, I am spending my time with this, is it permanent? Or for my life, I live in the world, I'll have to do this. But it is not my heart's calling. My calling is God. Viveka, analyze that. And then Vairagya, dispassion, they have Thakur told today. Vivek, Vairagya. Like that, all your tendency to do, take the name of the Lord and prayer. Now I said 6 points or what? 6 points just to deduct. So we have to see whether those 6 points is actually working in us much clearly. Let me again read that particular part in Ramakrishna's own words. It will be then very good. It says that Vidyamaya leads us to Vijnana state. That means liberated state. And Vidyamaya includes discrimination. That is to say, God is real and the world is illusory. And then it brings dispassion, second point. Third, also the chanting God's name and glories. Third. Fourth, meditation. Fifth, company of the holy person. Sixth, prayer, and etc. Are we feeling urge for these noble things? Then that is the sign that we know we are advancing. Many people may not have visions. All are not equipped to have some experience, seeing some divine form or some glow of light. May not be, but character. This is the characteristic. The person will be a transformed personality. That should be the sign that yes, we are moving on to the right track. You will be very happy if you have some, see the light and experience some halo, your Ishta Devata, Ramakrishna talking to you, or Krishna is coming in your experience. But that is good. But many may not. But they can see these characteristics. The intuitive appeal is that towards God, not towards world, towards meditation, not towards on the negative aspect of cogitating on negative things, of negative discussions with others. No? So, is it happening like that? Are you inclined to go to satsanga, Hari company? Are you inclined to do more for prayer? Are you willing to do more japa? Is it coming in your heart? Or craving at least coming? That craving, I like this. Oh, if I could have done another 1,000 japa. Is it coming in the mind? Oh, I could have meditated a little more. That then you know, Vidyamaya, you are following the path of Vidyamaya. So we'll have to, and for that also, if I am not, I have to pray to God, oh Lord, give me such inclination, such association, such environment, put me in such a, so that I can think of you, feel for your presence, and get more inspired to dive deep into you. So, yeah. Okay, Smiley. That's the question. No more question. Very good. No more question. So 2 questions. Only 2 questions. Only 2 questions. Oh, Baba. Okay, what? So this is important question, Smiley, what you have asked, because it is, people think that spiritual growth means only you will see some vision and experience, no? But that vision and experience, according to temperament, those, some may get it and some may not. So don't get disheartened because you are not getting the vision and experience, but you see how your mind is turning from ajnana to jnana to vijnana. Ajnana, jnana, vijnana. How it is turning. That effort, watchfulness is good. If not, pray to God. Oh God, give me such qualities so that I can be more absorbed in you and you alone.
One good person is asking here.
See?
One more.
Yeah, because I said another question came. Ma Kali is a surname or ki bole?
It's her name.
Yeah, achha. Please say something on your feeling about Ramakrishna's second coming. Oh my God, I cannot say anything. Who am I to talk about Ramakrishna's coming? As much you know, I also know. Yeah, Ramakrishna said that he will come next time in the dress of a bowl singer with a single stringed instrument on the northeast corner or something like that. But who knows northeast corner from where? If it is from Dakshineshwar, then in that northeast goes thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. You turn the whole world. Who knows where he will come? I have no idea. But we'll say Ramakrishna will come here. Let Ramakrishna appear in our hearts. That is his coming. Real coming is that coming. The outside coming, even he comes, how can I understand? I will criticize him. If I see like a half-mad person who is wearing half cloth, unsophisticated, does not know the protocol of gentleman's protocol, if I see that, I will criticize him. What do I understand about him? So rather, let Ramakrishna appear in our hearts. That will be real reappearance. But I do not know. Swami, Sri Ramakrishna said that he will appear, but where, when, that also I hear 2-3 versions. Some say 150 years, some say 200 years. Who knows where? I cannot say anything. But my feeling will be, let Ramakrishna be alive in our heart, become more and more powerfully manifesting in our hearts. Thank you. Okay? Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat, Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. tomorrow is Bhagavad Gita class at 7:30 p.m. by Swami Sattvayananda tomorrow. Okay? Thank you.
So this person knows the answer.
Everyone knows the answer.
He himself made the Bhangra Baul arrive soon. You just said Baul, but she knows he added Bhangra Baul.
Bhangra Baul.
So he knows better than you, but she asks the question.
No, that everyone knows, because most of the things we read in the book, what do I know?